Hey guys, welcome to my channel again. I wanted to do a reading for you guys again today, talking about, are you being relatable or not? Are you being genuine? Are you being relatable? Or are you being selfish, like Aries vibes? Because we are currently in the opposite season of Aries. It is currently Libra season, which is the opposite to Aries. And if you know anything about Aries, Aries is all about the self and the I am, or it is ruled by the first house, so it's all about the personal life, personal affairs, and the things you're personally interested in. And so the opposite sign of Aries in what's it called, astrology, is Libra, which is relatability, relationships, connections, and it could be any kind of relationship. It doesn't have to be love or anything, but it's because it's the opposite of Aries, which is the I am, the self. Libra is going to be all about others, how you relate to others, how you relate to people, places, and things. Okay, so today I wanted to do a reading about whether or not you are in your Aries energy, whether or not you're all about the self right now, or whether or not you are in your Libra energy as well. So this is going to be a reading based on that, and if you resonate, then obviously take what resonates. If you don't resonate, then leave what doesn't resonate, because at the end of the day, it's you using your intuition. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You're the one who should be knowing that. And if you don't know that, or if you're struggling to know that, then today we can talk about how maybe you can get into more alignment with that. But we're not here to pander. We're not here to baby feed bitches, okay? We're not here to make people feel like they need to constantly come back to this video and or another video and just be like, oh my gosh, I need more guidance, or I need more of this, I need more of that. No. At the end of the day, I want you to come to my channel. I want you to get the reading, take what you need and leave what doesn't, leave what you don't, and then move on with your life. Use it as a boost, use it as something that you can help to propel yourself, but not rely on that, because reliance and dependency, that is a no-no, okay? And that's also a form of relatability, but in a selfish way. So that's mixing the Aries and the Libra energy too much, and you're like putting it into a negative aspect, where if you relate to things on a more balanced way, which is also Libra. Libra is about balance. How can you bring balance to your life? What is imbalance? Looking at what's balanced and what's not balanced. And because Libra is also in conjunct with, because the sun's in conjunction with Mercury, which means both of them are in Libra. That is saying that you're going to be thinking, communicating, and analyzing how to find balance, or thinking and communicating and analyzing ways of bringing balance to your life. Okay, so what's balanced, what is not, what's selfish, what is not, what are you relating to, and what are you not? Those are the kind of shit that we're going to talk about. Okay, so if you what's it called, if you resonate, then obviously you know what to do, love. Okay, so any messages or guidance? Sorry about the magpie in the background, guys, she's a bit loud. So we'll get straight into the reading now. Any messages or guidance on whether or not you guys are being relatable right now during this time? Okay. The Hanged Man is the first card, so some kind of like low-key stagnant energy, feeling like you are hanging, you know what I mean? Like this guy's hanging on a tree, so it's like feeling like you're hanging, you've left something hanging. So you may be relating to situations that leave you hanging, leaving you feeling stagnant, leaving you feeling stuck, leaving you feeling rooted into a situation. And then we have the Judgment card as well come up. I'm not sure if you guys can see that because it's quite sunny. The Judgment card is coming up to show you that maybe you are hanging or waiting for some form of judgment from yourself or from others, or you're relating to some form of energy that is making you feel like you have to hang around and wait around for some kind of judgment, which could be positive or negative. Judgment, when really talks about like karma, what goes around comes around. So whatever you're pushing out, you will get back kind of energy, right? This is also why this person is like playing the trumpet in the photo. It's like emitting or externalizing that sound, like What kind of sound are you creating for yourself? What kind of sound are you pushing out in your reality during this time, you know? So this could play out positively or negatively. You know, you may be relating to a form of stagnancy or feeling stable or feeling like you're hanging, but it may be for a good reason, you know. This may be because judgment is here to show you what you may need to stop manifesting and stop creating for yourself as well. And we also have this up here on the top right, we have the Ankh in the photo too. So this is like talking about separation, separating from your lower animalistic desires, and because it's also a form of a cross. So anytime you've got a cross, you're crossing something out, you're exiting something out from your reality, right? So you're crossing something out that is stopping you from moving forward or stopping you from being more fluid in your reality, right? And then the judgment is talking about like whatever this thing that you're crossing out, it's something that you've created and you've manifested for yourself in your reality. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, it's talking about something that's maybe making you feel like you're not so fulfilled or you're not so happy with the things that are going on in your reality. So this is what you guys are actually relating to during this time, if you resonate with this reading. And so this is also how you can look at your situation on how you can adjust things, because you know, now that you know that you're in a more of a stagnant position due to the karma or the energy that you've created for yourself, now you can find ways to actually separate and use that cross energy to cross it out, you know, exit that thing from your reality. So let's move on. How can you guys help this energy to be in more alignment with whatever you want to create for yourself? So Three of Cups, celebration, bringing something together. It's like togetherness, right? And then we have the Eight of Wands, okay? So the Eight of Wands is talking about like success, achievements. I think also recognition is one thing that Eight of Wands talks about. So it's talking about like feeling or bringing together more emotions, more feelings of feeling successful, feeling like you've achieved. So instead of focusing on the fact that you're more stagnant during this time, you should focus on what have you actually achieved? What have you actually brought into your reality that's positive? Because yes, there is negative karma that was manifested for our reality, but there's no point in focusing on that, because what are you going to do, love? You're going to pay attention to it, and then you're going to start paying for that experience, and then what are you going to experience more? You're just going to experience more stagnancy, more feeling like you're stuck, more feeling like karma's hitting you in the ass, and we don't want that. Fuck that shit. That's ugly. So when it comes to the Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands, it's calling you to celebrate and come into that energy of realizing what do you actually have, you know, celebrate and be grateful and have recognize what you've actually made for yourself that's positive, you know, instead of focusing on that negative and that Ace of Cups in reverse. Instead of focusing on that shit, just focus on what's actually benefiting you, what you've actually created for yourself that can help you to stay afloat during this time. So very, 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 very important. Okay, so any messages or guidance on what you guys may need to adjust? The cards keep on popping out, so you guys may be really, really like jumping to the occasion, very, very jumpy, or just jumping to conclusions. That jumping kind of energy, like kangaroo kind of vibes. Actually, I'm in Melbourne right now, so that very much resonates with the environment and the space that I'm in right now. So yeah, definitely could be some of that kangaroo energy around you guys right now, but in the negative energy, because when I was talking before, we were talking about how it's Libra season, right? And what is Libra? Libra is the opposite of Aries, okay? And what is Aries? Aries love to jump into the occasion. They're very, very all about action, all about getting things done, all about that fast fire energy. So when it comes to this energy and this reading that we're doing right now, it may not be best to be jumping to the occasion all the time. Not saying that you should completely stop doing that, especially if you're in Aries, because that's more your natural energy. But you may need to adjust that, be a little bit more Libra, bring a little bit more balance instead of being so quick, you know what I mean? Instead of being so swift about things. So just take your time a little bit, that's all. So when it comes to What else you guys may need to adjust to be in more alignment, loves? Miss thing. Because we're all about growth. We're not about freaking staying stagnant. We're not about like staying stuck in wherever we are right now. You know what I mean? We want to create better circumstances for ourselves. And because it's Libra season, you want to like kind of align yourself a little bit with the as above energies in the sky, right? So the more you align yourself with those Libran energies, with balance, with relatability, relating to others in a balanced kind of way, you know, those kind of stuff, then the more you can actually experience the benefits that Libra season has to offer for you. But if you're still stuck in that energy of Aries, you know, you're going to experience more friction rather than more balance in your life. And so that's how we can just adjust things to be a little bit more easier for us rather than negative. And a lot of people don't realize this because, you know, most people don't really know this much about astrology. Most people, maybe they know about astrology, but they don't realize how to apply the situation to their actual everyday life. So this is why people like me are here on YouTube, so that you guys can actually see, okay, well, maybe I can adjust it in this way and I can use astrology in this way so that it'll actually benefit you rather than, you know, just looking at it and being like, okay, yeah, it's Libra season, cool. Like, you know, it's Libra's birthday. But really, it's a lot more than that. It's about what is the atmosphere, what world are we in right now? What does the world look like? Because that's what the sun is. The sun is about the external. So the external world looks like Libra right now, right? The moon is Virgo. We just came out of Leo. The moon is Virgo. And so Virgo is all about routines and patterns. So when it comes to the moon, this is the world we're actually in. So you're going to be reacting and responding and in a world where it's Virgo-like things. So that's analyzing, thinking, and going within, like introspection kind of energy, analyzing your life and your emotions right now during this time, analyzing how you feel. And then when it's the sun, it's like analyzing how you feel in a way where you can, in a way that's balanced, or in a way where you can try and achieve balance, or analyzing how you feel and how that relates to others. You know what I mean? So this is how you blend the moon and the sun. There's a few more ways that you can do it, but generally that's the idea. So when it comes to Virgo moon, Libra sun, you know, we're going to be developing routines and patterns, or reacting and responding to routines and patterns and rituals, or the internal self, you know, because at the end of the day, Earth is all about internal. It's how do I say, it's the left brain internal of the zodiac. So when we're talking about internal and external, air is more external, more masculine, and Earth is more internal. So it's more about going within. It's more related to the feminine kind of energy, the emotions and stuff like that, your internal self. Okay, so when it's in the moon, you're going to be internally reacting and responding to your you know, internal self, your internal thoughts and feelings, your internal state of being. And then in turn, that's also going to lead you to react and respond to how that internal self is displaying itself in the form of a routine or a pattern in the day-to-day life, because Virgo is about routines and patterns, or health, or structures, you know what I mean? So all those kind of energies are very prominent right now during this time. And we have the Devil card here, so you guys may be, sorry if it's a bit smoky, guys. Hooey! So we have the Devil card here. The Devil is talking about how you guys may be lost into a desire during this time. You may be lost into some desire, or you may be putting too many boundaries and restrictions onto yourself during this time.
I'm so sorry, Jonte.
It's alright. Shit happens.
I just walked out and I was like, oh my gosh, it's smoky.
Legit. For real. Yeah, so that's my sister, guys. You just want to be a part. What's it called? So, any messages? Oh, sorry, not any messages. I'm still reading this card. Damn, Bish got distracted. Oh, the wind blew the smoke away. That's good. Okay, so yeah, the Devil card. You may be putting too many boundaries and restrictions on yourself. So, or you may be needing. No, sorry. Yeah, you need to put more boundaries and restrictions on yourself. You may need to restrict your desires, restrict some kind of energy that you desire to express, you know, some kind of Aries energy or whatever energy it may be. But I just say Aries because we're in Libra season, and that's the opposite of Libra. You may be feeling like you want to be impulsive. You may be feeling like you want to act on your emotions a little bit more. And Libra is more air-like. It's not about the emotions. It's not how you feel. It's more about how you think, how you communicate, how you relate to others. You know, what kind of things are you relating to? You know, regardless of people. Could be places, things, circumstances, all kinds of stuff. So when it comes to the Devil card, that's about like restricting your desires. Maybe don't give so deep in, give in to so many of your desires, and restrict yourself a little bit so that you're able to have a little bit more boundaries when it comes to your day-to-day routines and patterns. So this is very, very interesting reading. I'm quite liking this. I mean, I always like reading. That's the whole reason on why I even jump on here. So with the King of Pentacles, no, let's not pull that card because I didn't ask a question. I like to ask my cards question. If the card is not being asked the question and she pops out a card, then I'm not going to accept it, love. Sorry about it. Any messages or guidance for you guys during this time to help you guys So we have the commitment is being tested, first quarter moon, and this one came out in reverse. Okay, so he's maybe feeling very, very what's it called? You may be feeling right now like your commitment is being tested quite harshly, or you may be feeling like your commitment is being tested in a way that's not so savory, let's say, because it's upside down, right? So when it comes to this, it's talking about commitment is talking about how committed are you to your goals? How committed are you to your spiritual system? How committed are you to actually separating from your desires, or to actually aligning yourself to a more positive, more beneficial timeline for yourself in this time? So when it comes to this, it's talking about, yeah, things may be difficult during this time. Things may be quite harsh and quite against the grain during this time. So the universe is trying to test to see if you're going to actually apply the situations and the circumstances that you're putting yourself in. So yeah, you may want to have a goal to have a more positive life. You may have goals to actually go for your dreams and what you actually want to do. But when it comes to your commitment being tested, it's like, yeah, can you actually put pen to paper? Can you actually put your head down and actually execute these things, okay? And if you can't execute these things, you know, you're going to manifest more negative outcomes from whatever you didn't do, you know, because at the end of the day, negative outcomes and positive outcomes are really just determined by whether or not you're doing what you align with, what you love, and what benefits you in your life. And that's also back to that Aries energy, you know, it can be a bit selfish, but because we're in Libra season, you're using your selfishness, your I am, or your personal life to relate. You know, how can you relate that to the external world? How can you bring what you're interested in from yourself? You know, for example, I'm interested in readings, you know, how can I relate this to the external world and bring this as a gift? You know, how can I relate this to people, places, and things in a way where it's able to be received and connected to in a relationship kind of way, you know? And relationship is not always about, you know, partners and wife and husband and all that shit. It's really just about what are you relating to, okay? Okay, so, or like even, you know, the things that you do to achieve balance. You know, the things that you do to achieve balance, the things that you relate to achieve balance, your commitment may be tested during this time where you may be restricted. You may feel like you're not able to achieve or go for these things that help you to achieve balance. For example, you know, you may want to do something today, but a whole bunch of stuff keeps coming up. And if you allow those things to keep coming up and keep blocking whatever you wanted to actually do, You know, this is the way where your commitment is being tested and you're maybe possibly failing that test. Okay, so if you're failing that test, because really there ain't no such thing as failing or making mistakes. If you can look at it in the right way, you're able to just take the lesson from it and then move on. And that's not really a mistake, is it? That's not a failure. That's just you learning and growing. So at the end of the day, when you flip your mindset and you see what actually is going on, which is really just you creating your everyday reality through your thoughts and your feelings, bish, ain't nothing gonna hit you, ain't nothing gonna knock you down. What the fuck do you think? No. Okay, so excuse my swearing, guys. Sometimes the swearing just comes out. I also have a Capricorn South node, so when I was a teenager, I had a potty mouth, love, and I think I don't know if that's still the reason on why I even have a potty mouth now, but it also could just be the fact that I was, grew up in Australia, and people in Australia, they be swearing left, right, center, round and round. So when it comes to what can you do to come into more balance during this time, believe in the impossible, love. You need to believe in the impossible. Believe that you can actually achieve what you want to achieve. Maybe reality right now is real harsh to you, and you may be feeling like overwhelmed by all the external shit that you have to face. But the more you believe in the impossible, believe in the thoughts and the feelings that you want to achieve, even to the point where it may be only just a moment of belief, or 3 moments of belief, or 5 minutes of belief. But the fact that you're putting in that effort is going to play out in reality, and you're going to reap the benefits. You're going to have that judgment card come up, that judgment energy. So the more you actually do that, believe in the impossible, believe in what you want to achieve, believe in your thoughts and your feelings that you actually want to create. Like I was just saying, there's no real such thing as failures or making mistakes. At the end of the day, it's just an opportunity for you to learn. And yes, from the external, someone may look at you and be like, yeah, you made a mistake. Of course they have the right to see it as that way, but you don't have to see it that way on your internal realm. And that's not about saying, oh no, well actually I didn't make a mistake, and arguing for or against something, because then you're getting lost into a bias, and we don't want that. At the end of the day, always stay in an equilibrium, balanced state, and you'll be able to see both sides, or all sides, because there's sometimes more than 2 sides. Look at all 3 aspects of something. The first dimension, or the first aspect in numerology, the individual idea, or the individual perspective, the Aries energy, the I am, and then the second energy. You're looking at, what does this have? What are you relating to? How does that relate to itself? Or how does that relate to anything else outside of it? And then the 3 is about the space, the environment. So once you've looked at the first 2 sides, and then you see the environment and the space that it's in, you're looking at the whole entire thing as a whole. You're looking at the 3, the space, the external environment, or the internal environment as well, your mental. So when you actually do that, you're able to see the full surrounding of things. And this is how you can use numerology in your life to actually see something for what it is. So always look at something for the 3 sides of it. 1, 2, 3. So see it, one idea, and then think about it in another way. And then think about it in a 3rd way, and then boom, you're able to see the whole surrounding of it. You're looking at the circle in the spirit realm. So this is how you can actually decipher certain circumstances. Funny how I was talking about 3 as well, because what do we have here, love? The 3 of Pentacles, the space. So this is talking about the 3 of Pentacles, creating a space, mentally or physically, for yourself. What kind of space are you creating for yourself? The more that you put thoughts and feelings into a certain aspect or perspective, you're going to manifest and bring that space into your reality. You're creating it. You're giving birth to this. So when it comes to the 3 of Pentacles, it's talking about, what are you actually creating? What space are you actually in? What are you actually connecting to and relating to during this time? And the more you're able to see that, the more you're able to look at your thoughts and your feelings and so on and so forth, the more you'll actually have more clarity in your life, and you'll be able to look at the physical and be like, oh, okay, I already know what the heck's going on. Or actually, yeah, I may see that this is going on during this time. I may see that this external circumstances going like in my face, and like, oh yeah, it may be irritating, it may be frustrating, it may be taking me off my course during this time. But how can I look at this situation and take the lessons on how I can stop future circumstances from occurring in the same way? So then you don't have to experience this again next time Libra sun comes around, or next time Virgo moon comes around, you know, because at the end of the day, we're trying to break out of cycles. We're trying to relieve ourselves from the old life that we do not want to live anymore and create a new life, you know. Fuck the old, honey. And we're also in Uranus and Taurus too. So Uranus and Taurus talks about changing, rebelling, and opposing against old structures, old ways of thinking. Not old ways of thinking, old ways of stability, security, consistency, and all that Taurus kind of energy, because Uranus is in Taurus. So when it comes to this energy, our main goal during this time, because Uranus is the big planet, so it's going to be our overarching theme for however long Uranus is in Taurus, which has been quite a while so far. The more you change, rebel, and oppose against old ways of stability, security, and safety, and create new ways, bring in new individual ways, which is Uranus, individuality, uniqueness, new unique ways of stability, security, safety, and shelter, then the more you'll actually be able to reap the benefits of whatever the gifts Uranus is coming to give you during this time. So don't be on the bad side, or the negative end where you're just completely ignoring whatever's going on, then you'll just, reap shit benefits. Honestly, the smell of this fire right now is like whack as fuck. Excuse me, guys. Oh my gosh. I do not think that we should have that fire on. It's not even nice. Okay. Also, bottom of the Oracle deck, we have luck is on your side, and underneath this one we have a time to give rather than take. Okay, so this is talking about, what's it called? It's like a foundational kind of energy, because it's at the bottom of the deck, right? When something's at the bottom or something's below you, you know what I mean? This is like a foundation or something that you're able to stand on. So, in order to be able to stand on or maintain that stability, have a more expansive or positive, optimistic mindset about what you're going through, which is what I was talking about before. What did I say, guys? I love fucking reading, so you can see the synchronicities right now during this reading. So we're manifesting from the mental into the physical as we watch this, as you watch this video, and as I make this video during this time. So you're able to see things in real time. How reality is, how reality creates itself. It's not like I'm going and like getting some secret ability or secret power that others don't have. You're a reader, you're a manifester, you're a creator yourself. So this is you as well. I'm just here as a messenger. We're both creating this reading. We're both bringing this into reality. So if you ever have doubts on whether or not you're actually manifesting or whether or not you're actually creating things, this is your proof that we're actually creating shit. Because the more synchronicities that you actually see, it may be, what's it called? It may be, not maybe. I don't know why I said maybe. More synchronicities that you see, you can actually see how we're actually creating the mental into the physical and willing things into reality. And manifesting, as a lot of people would like to say. That's like a buzzword though these days in spirituality. Really, it's just life, you're creating and manifesting every single day. Every thought and feeling that you get, you're externalizing and pushing out into your reality. The more you externalize whatever it is, the more you're going to see it, So take care of your internal, and then you'll be able to externalize something that's more in balance or in alignment with what you actually want to see in your life, which goes back to this energy. Stay optimistic, have that stand on that optimistic Sagittarius kind of energy. Be optimistic about your current circumstance. The more you do that, the more reality is going to show you that you actually have a reason to be optimistic about it, because you're creating it for yourself to see. You're externalizing whatever you just internalized, the optimism, and you're bringing it into your reality. And by then, sorry about my voice, by then you'll just be able to have a lot more abundance, have a lot more clarity in your life, because you'll be able to see, okay, life is not happening to you, love. life is happening through you. So the more that you realize that life is happening through you, the more you can adjust things and create the life that you actually want. Rather than, shadow government likes to get us lost into a world of, oh my gosh, we have to take, like this card here with the Virgo. You have to take from reality. You have to take from the external. Well, actually, so it's more about giving. What can you give to your life? What can you give to the world? And it's not about, when I talk about giving, it's not just about giving money, giving love, it's not really about giving any of these things. It's what you're externalizing, you know what I mean? What are you giving from your internal, from your Virgo energy? Are you analyzing and are you overthinking with that Virgo vibe? Are you overthinking about what you're giving, or are you actually giving what you can give in a more positive energy? Or are you actually giving, are you able to give the things that you actually want to give, rather than overthinking and thinking, getting into that Virgo energy, which is another warning as well, guys, because we're in Virgo moon. You may be overthinking and worrying about what you're actually doing during this time. Redirect your worries into something that's more productive, you know what I mean? Don't worry about what you can't change. Don't worry about what you can't actually create in your reality during this time, because there may be a boundary or a restriction over it. Just worry about, okay, well, even though, yes, I may be experiencing these limitations and these blockages during this time, how can I actually adjust this to give myself and pour into myself more in a more beneficial way? How can I actually use this overthinking energy to overthink about something that's actually going to help me be able to produce something worthwhile in my reality? You know what I mean? So definitely something to be in consideration of. Use that Virgo energy and be mindful, once we get out of Virgo moon, you won't be overthinking and overanalyzing so much. So if you just use your overthinking energy for a more positive, productive area, then you'll be able to manifest more positive or productive energies. But if you're just sitting idly and thinking, oh, whoa, what? This external thing is making me feel this way, this external thing is making me go this way, then, what are you going to create? You're just constantly feeding into that thought and that feeling of the external. So, yeah. And then we have, at the top of the deck, have faith in your dreams. So remember to have faith in what you can see in your reality, what you want to manifest in your reality. Have faith in who you are. Have faith in what you want to create in your reality. And don't have doubts about something that you actually want to be and what you actually want to see. You know what I mean? Sorry if I feel like a lot of the stuff I'm saying just sounds like, like jargon, or not even jargon, just like pretty words and shit like that. But really, just have faith in yourself. That's really what this card is trying to say. Have faith in your ability to be able to create the reality that you desire. Have faith in your ability to be able to create a mental space and a physical space that you actually want to experience, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I'm going to cut this one a little bit short. I was going to go for a little bit longer, but I think this was a great ass, bruh, that potty mouth. I think this is a great ass way to end this reading, and I hope you guys got what you needed out of this reading. And yeah, go ahead and create the reality that you want. Don't let the freaking external discourage you. Don't let the external make you feel like you ain't got this, because you do got this. And if you feel like you ain't got this, then honey, I'm here to tell you, yeah, you ain't got this, because you believe it, because you made it so, okay? So don't make it so. Bye. Nah, jokes. Laters.